Hello, my name is Kyle Davis, and today I will inform my audience on how to control the Asian longhorn beetle and the emerald ash borer. I would like to inform my audience on the signs and symptoms of the Asian longhorn beetle and the emerald ash borer, and what the government and the citizens of the United States can do to control the spread of these two very serious species. In the northeastern quarter of the United States, a highly invasive species is destroying a large portion of the northeastern hardwood forests. It has not reached the northernmost states of New England yet. With your help, this natural resource could soon become a thing of the past without your help. This problem has become so serious that states and federal governments are now setting up quarantine zones around these infected areas. The wood material that is being moved in or out has to be kiln dried, otherwise no other raw materials can be moved out of these quarantine zones. The northeastern quarter of the U.S. is under attack. Two small beetles are chewing its way through the northeastern hardwoods. Our governments, both state and federal, have set up quarantines to help contain the infestation. But it takes more than government control. The people of the country must protect it by buying firewood where they're camping or where they're going to, and not move any raw wood products around. I will now discuss the symptoms of these pests and what our government is doing to control these pests, and what you can do to help control these pests. The Asian longhorn beetle, while rarely seen by landowners, but obvious signs are still there. Oviposition sites, which are small conical holes chewed through the bark down to the cambium layer of the host tree, and the female beetle lays her egg in this hole. Other signs of the Asian longhorn beetle are exit holes found on the outside of the tree. These holes can be the size of dimes. The other pest, the emerald ash borer, is also rarely seen by homeowners. However, a D-shaped hole can be found exiting from the tree, and if you were to cut the tree lengthwise down the center of the tree, you would find an S-shaped larval gallery in the middle of the thing. What is our government doing to control these pests, you ask? Both federal and state governments have quarantine zones that are highly infested. Raw forest materials such as firewood and raw lumber cannot be brought in or out of these areas unless kiln drying, which means that all the larvae, eggs, and adults have been killed. In the summer, when camping, state officials stop people coming into Maine on the turnpike that are loaded with firewood. They take your firewood and replace it with uninfected firewood, and you are reimbursed, right? Now that you know that your government is doing to protect your precious natural resources, it is time to let you know what the U.S. citizens should do to help it. What can you do to protect your natural resources? These invasive species were brought to our country incidentally by careless international trade. These came in on raw pallets that had not been treated. Once here, they were left in the loading docks and bays, and they slowly crept out into the forests surrounding these areas. Same thing with the local people. If you bring raw material such as firewood into the state of Maine or any other state with these sorts of trees, they will become infested. We need to leave wood that is at our houses, and burden wood that is at our local campgrounds. The government is also eradicating infected trees by chipping and burning the trees. Pesticides are also used to kill these. This is very expensive, however, because not only do they have to spray the tree down, they have to inject the tree, and they have to dig a trench around the tree and liberally douse the soil around it with this pesticide, which allows the tree's natural absorption to absorb these pesticides into the tree. This is all a very difficult situation. Our state and federal governments are using every resource available to help eradicate these pests. Knowing the signs and symptoms to detect these species, and for every American citizen to know what to do when those pests are detected. If the pests are allowed to run free all over our beloved trees that are enjoyed by leaf peepers, loggers, and every other person who steps out their door, we'll be lost. Local and federal governments are doing everything in their power, but the protection against the pest, the best protection against the pest is knowledge. Informing and teaching the public is going to be our greatest weapon against the Asian longhorn beetle and the emerald ash borer. Thank you.